We almost lost my son, and we've got to get to a point where we turn around our chapter because they're not doing what they need to do. That other fraternity is doing what we ought to be doing. Building men, building character, coming up with the scholarship and leadership. I want to tell you guys, they're walking the talk. That fraternity is walking the talk. That close. He was talking about Acacia. Acacia. The men in this room, what you've built, the celebration tonight. I'm humbled by this award. I mean, Senator Carlson, really, not only was a great case stater, 3 times elected Congress, the Senate, and governor. Nobody in our history of our state. Nobody. All the politicians, all the families, only one guy or female was elected. Representative of Congress, United States Senator, and governor. Acacia alone. Right here. For me to have an award, I mean, that's incredible for me. I mean, I am overwhelmed. One of his favorite quotes, I had a chance to meet the governor, senator, representative, Mr. Carlson, Senator Carlson, in 1970, and I remember his handshake. He looked you in the eyes, it was firm, his conversation was sincere, he had purpose, and you knew right away you were the only person in the room he was talking to. And he was a very, very distinguished gentleman. He spoke the brand of Acacia. Everything he did is he represented our community, our state, our nation, and the world. So I am overwhelmed to be able to have this award associated with me. Also want to let you know that this May, and I'll end with this, because I appreciate so very much the time that you're spending to celebrate your successes. I hope you look toward the future. Last May, I was given a tour of the University of Texas locker room. Sorry, Mark. University of Texas locker room. And in their locker room, they have on their white walls all of their championships. On their wall, they celebrate the Southwest Conference. And every year, they have a championship. Is on the wall. Big 12. Every championship, the year, on the wall. Every South championship, on the wall. The year. Every bowl that they have, the University of Texas Longhorns, every single bowl is listed on the wall. The date. I'm mesmerized by all this. In walks Mac Brown. Now there's about 6 or 7 of us. And he was walking in, and you can see he's kind of going somewhere, but he sees 6 or 7 of us in his locker room, and he comes over to introduce himself, because we all knew who he was. He introduces himself, and starts talking about the room and the championships. Well, Chris, what I failed to tell you is that every single date, every single year has a comma after it. 1974, comma. 1984, comma. 2001, comma. 2004, comma. Every single date has a comma. And when he said, are there any, he spent some time talking with, it was the day, actually, Bill, it was the day that we announced the Big 12, whether we're going to be in or out, all that kind of good stuff. So someone asked him about the Big 12, and of course he's polished and went on to say, well, you know, we love the Big 12 and all that kind of good stuff. And I didn't know what was going on in the background. Obviously, he was saying exactly what others had confirmed later on in public discussions. So, second question comes from me. Coach, what's with the commas? You got commas everywhere. Every single day has a comma. What does that mean? You got your last championship in the Big 12, 2009, comma. What about the comma? He says, that comma, and by the way, I've never shared this with another group before. That comma says Coach Brown is the legacy of our program. We're not resting on that championship year and what comes after. We particularly want to talk to our upperclassmen that, hey, they can't rest on that championship, Mr. Nelson. It's the comma, what's next? What's next? Wow. You're there. You can rest. As new members, as exec board members, as alumni, as senior Acacia men, as new Acacia men, or we can say, wait a minute, we've got a comma. We had a great summer, a great year, but there's a lot more to be done. A lot more to be done. I want you to be in that position. I need you as your dean to be looking at the comma and saying, what can we do as an Acacia family? As a member of what I believe to be a phenomenal fraternity sorority system at the best university in America. I sincerely believe that part of what we're celebrating today is a piece of a puzzle that demonstrates that we are in fact the best undergraduate experience in America today. I'm proud. I am proud to be a member of our K-State family. I believe I am a crazy K-Stater. I am a K-State zealot. I believe very strongly in what we do on a day-to-day basis. I love the purple. I love K-State. I love the fact that we call ourselves a family. And that I love the fact that Acacia is at the forefront, not only of your fraternity, but has a position both as alumni, as undergraduates, to be in a position where we can go even further, that we can be better than ever before. We can put ourselves in a position of not just celebrating the greatest turnaround in fraternity history, but put ourselves in a position to write the next chapter, to be that model, not only for Acacia, but for chapters right here, to be that model, to be that example. I took a great deal of personal pride when that gentleman, fourth generation member of another fraternity, to say, Acacia came that close. Well, maybe you would have voted him out. Maybe he would have been real worthy. Maybe his son never got asked. I don't know. But the important thing is that as we celebrate, yeah, we take pause, but we look at the next game, the next year, to make sure we build upon that common. Again, I thank you so much for what you do to help make K-State a better place to live and learn. Thank you, Phil, and Gary, and Denny, and the others that spent hours and hours and hours working alongside your legacy. Men that sat in these chairs, that dined, and I'm particularly pleased with our exec board and what you have for our future. And I look at our new members, and I see great vision, great hope. I see student senators, maybe a student body president, members of our student organizations, college councils, judging teams, debate teams. I see you in plays. I see you in not only in the stands, but also competing across the academy for awards both in and outside the classroom. That's the Acacia brand, making a difference each and every day. First of all, within the men in the house, but then the outside, the university, our state, and the country. So God bless each and every one of you. I'm humbled by this award. Thank you so very much.